My name is Donna Becker, and I am the owner of Donna Becker Better Health. And my business is going through a interesting change right now that I'm actually excited about. And I guess I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit. You know, I'm an energy medicine practitioner, so having owning your own business in holistic wellness and addressing whatever uh, types of problems or issues or unwellness that people have that might come to me. It's a vast variety of people that can be helped with the energy that I do, or at least vast number of issues can be addressed. Anything that's energetic. There's always energy between two things, two people, two parts of your body, your emotions and your physical and your mental. There, maybe stuff energy in a meridian, maybe it's an old car accident, and no, it can't be energetic, but yes, it turns out that the meridian actually was affected by the car accident. There's just so many different things. I've helped one woman who had an ankle which was giving her a lot of trouble, and she was very uncomfortable walking. 20 years. That's I was thinking of her when I was talking about the car accident. Another man had a um, rotator cuff injury 20 years ago, and he found an immediate difference after I worked on it. Recently, two people in the same week, for whatever reason, had passed kidney stones. I've helped people with their old trauma, with their relationships. But the problem is, how do you talk about your work when you have so many different things? You're spinning this plate and that plate, and you're like, how can I share this information so people know if it would be right for them? And it's tricky, right? So people always will recommend, or business coaches will recommend, that you need to have a niche. Um, Niche being that you are specifically thinking about a particular client or type of client or a problem that you serve. And I've decided, ironically, I did in the end of January a workshop on how to live a more balanced life. And it went very well. Um, but after that, I think I started thinking about some of the things that we had been talking about in the workshop. And I was like, yeah, there's really the thing about having a balanced life is you have a certain number of hours, a certain amount of energy and attention and focus, and there's all these things that you want to accomplish in your life. Not accomplish at the end, through between the beginning of life and the end of your life, but like in a regular basis. I want a healthy social life. I want a healthy, organized home. I want good nutrition that is not so time consuming and also enjoyable to prepare and spend time with my family. And I want something creative in my life, and I want alone time, quiet time to just be. It goes on and on. I maybe missed something, but anyway, I was like, there's no way I have all these different things, all these thoughts. I don't want all the thoughts. I'm focusing. So this is going to be my new niche in my business. It occurred to me, parents and families. I have such a soft spot in my heart for parents raising children. And the reason is it was probably the hardest and longest and most important project of my life was raising three children. And I it, all right, the biggest issue is for me, uh, well, what's funny is that not funny actually, but this was many years ago, but when they were little, there was no internet. So if there was something that was going to help you to be calmer and more present and handle trauma and nervous system regulation, it was only going to happen if your therapist knew of something that they would help you with, or someone else knew. Um, so it was quite a while ago. There's been a lot of progress, and Actually, I'm taking a course right now on nervous system regulation for clients. So I'm really excited about being able to offer that. But my biggest issue was being able to stay present, time scarcity, stress, to pressure myself to make sure I'm doing a really good job, meeting their needs, all of the needs. And I made many mistakes, and I've learned. The only thing I know for sure is I don't want parents to go through what I went through. I think it's tricky. It's adjusting to the amount of time that children take. It's being present with them and not having the clutter of your own thoughts. It's adjusting to how to multiple children, how to support all of them, how to help with homework, manage the schedules, how do you maintain the home and the quality time of the children and all that's on the children's plate. And then, to be honest, I feel like during COVID, I I spent a lot of time thinking about what it must be like for children of certain ages that were in a scenario where they were like homeschooling or not homeschooling. I don't think that's necessarily a bad experience, but school doing school on Zoom or going back to school wearing masks or not being able to be playing with your friends or being a teenager. I feel like it's probably the last years you want to be stuck in the house with your parents as a teenager. And I just wonder about like how that had affected children and families and in the kind of the long haul effects, right? And so I'm going to be doing some marketing conversations. I would love to talk to parents who have kids of any age, even if your kids are like, you know, heading off to college, like whatever. I'd like to hear about what experiences other people have and ways that I can support parents and families right now. And the thing is that there's losses, there's trauma, there's adjustments, there's when someone's unwell in the family, parents dealing with their own unresolved issues from their childhood, being co-parenting and how to find the time for each other and how to really connect. And, you know, if you're co-parenting with someone who's had their own trauma, all of these things could, uh, I feel like I would have a lot of value. So I'm very curious. So if you were really interested in sharing in a private conversation, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I'd just like to try to get an understanding of what kind of um, what it's like for you or what it was like for you and how you think you could have used more support. And actually, I'm doing a free webinar at the end of this month. I've not set the date yet, and it's going to be related to it's probably supporting a family through the normal stressors using a Chinese medicine approach, but that's not a catchy title. So if you have a title idea, you can tell me that too. Thank you very much if you're still watching this. I tried to keep it short, and I'd really like to get better at doing videos because it's so much quicker than writing for me. Writing takes me forever, and I want to get more done. I want to just interact with you and others like you, and spend the rest of the time serving people. Thank you very much for watching. Reach out. Thanks.